It is, however, with all these things as the background that I want Englishmen, Europeans, and all the United Nations to examine in their hearts what crime had India committed in demanding independence. I ask, is it right for you to distrust such an organization with all its background, tradition, and record of half a century and misrepresent its endeavors before all the world by every means at your command? Is it right that by hook or by crook, aided by the foreign press, aided by the President of the USA, or even by the Generalissimo of China, who has yet to win his laurels, you should present India's struggle in shocking caricature? I have met the Generalissimo. I have known him through Madame Sheikh, who was my interpreter, and though he seemed inscrutable to me, not so Madame Sheikh, and he allowed me to read his mind through her. There is a chorus of disapproval and righteous protest all over the world against us. They say we are erring. The move is inopportune. I had great regard for British diplomacy, which has enabled them to hold the empire so long. Now it stings in my nostrils, and others have studied that diplomacy and are putting it into practice. They may succeed in getting, through these methods, world opinion on their side for a time. But India will speak against that world opinion. She will raise her voice against all the organized propaganda. I'll speak against it, even if all the United Nations oppose me, even if the whole of India forsakes me. I'll say, you are wrong. India will wrench with non-violence her liberty from unwilling hands. I'll go ahead, not for India's sake alone, but for the sake of the world. Even if my eyes close before there is freedom, non-violence will not end. They will be dealing a mortal blow to China and to Russia if they oppose the freedom of non-violent India, which is pleading with bended knees for the fulfillment of that long overdue. Does a creditor ever go to a debtor like that? And even when India is mad with such angry opposition, she says, we won't hit below the belt. We have learned sufficient gentlemanliness. We are pledged to non-violence. I have been the author of non-embarrassment powers of the Congress, and yet today you find me talking this strong language. I say, it is consistent with our honor if a man holds me by the neck and want to draw me. May I not struggle to free myself directly? There is no inconsistency in our position today. There are representatives of the foreign press assembled here today. Through them, I wish to say to the world that the United Powers, who somehow or others say that they have need for India, have the opportunity now to declare India free and prove their bona fides. If they miss it, they will be missing the opportunity of their lifetime, and history will record that they did not discharge their obligation in India in time and lost the battle. I want the blessing of the whole world so that I may succeed with them. I do not want the United Powers to go beyond their obvious limitations. I do not want them to accept non-violence and disarm today. there is a fundamental difference between fascism and this imperialism, which I am fighting. Do the British get from India, which they hold in bondage, think what difference it would make if India was to participate as a free ally? That freedom, if it is to come, must come today. It will have no taste left in it today. You, who have the power to help, cannot exercise it. If you can exercise it under the glow of freedom, what seems impossible today will become possible tomorrow. If India feels that freedom, she will command that freedom for China. The road for running to Russia's help will be open. The Englishmen did not die in Malaya or on Burma soil, or shall enable us to retrieve the situation. Where shall I go, and where shall I take the 40 crores of India? How is this vast mass of humanity to be aglow in the cause of world deliverance, unless and until it has touched and felt freedom? Today they have no touch of life left. It has been crushed out of them. Its luster is to be put into their eyes. Freedom has to come, not tomorrow but today. I have pledged the Congress, and the Congress will do or die.